that sound better? Hello there. Welcome. Good evening. Oh, it's going to be one of them nights. Good evening, Tavern Wars. How's you doing? 7.3 minutes in on April the 2nd. Today is April the 2nd. And apparently we had an unstable event at some point. So, yeah, there is people that are on an ad break at the moment, so I won't jump into too much. So, what I need to do is find some colours. Zoe's got a what's it called? A commission to do, but we're wanting to do it a bit in the style of the stuff that we've been doing on our airbrush course. Oh, sorry, army painting course. We went away this weekend. Me and Zoe went on a Siege Studios painting course on Saturday and Sunday, for army painting, and we definitely picked up an absolute stack of information and bits and pieces of what I've not been doing that I think I can really benefit from. So, that being said, we also part of me hasn't been using one of the airbrushes that I've got through basic fear of the airbrush. So I've got the Harder and Steinbach Infinity CR Plus. I should have a box for it, and it should have a couple of other sets of needles in, but at the moment I can't find it. So this has been one of those airbrushes where I know it was a £300 airbrush, really nice piece of kit, and I was really scared to use it. Didn't want to break it, didn't want to have to spend money on new bits for it after I'd broke it. But I used this all weekend on the course. I said, picked up a couple of bits of information on how good they actually are. So, at the weekend, I tripped myself. So I got the Cult of Paint. It's got a bigger got a bigger cup. So this has the 0.15 needle in. Very, very fine detail. And this fella has the 0.4 in for other bits and pieces, getting down base coats, some of the feathering that we've done. I've not used it yet, but it is really nice. Really, really nice. The other thing is it comes with a reversible thumb control. So left or right handed, you can just spin it round and it works on both sides rather than just the standard flat one. So you're going to probably see me using more of the Harder and Steinbach stuff going forward. I'm still keeping hold of a lot of my other airbrushes, but there was a moment where I was like, 12 airbrushes is slightly too much. So we've been clear. I've gone through them all. I've stripped a lot of them, cleaned them, got them ready to go up for sale secondhand. I think I've got, well, going through it, I've got standard sort 0.4 sorter, 0.2 sorter, a Patriot. Patriot 105. Another Patriot 105, another sorter, Renegade Chrome. That's a standard sorter. And then I've got my gold edition Sotar as well. So if anyone wants an airbrush, these will be going up on the website. Maybe it's tonight if I get round to doing everything that I want to. That being said, I will be keeping. I've got Sotars. I still really love my Sotars, so I'll be keeping my original one, the one I've had the longest, and I'll be keeping that one, and then I'll be keeping the two. Iwata Neo that does need a strip and clean, and my Eclipse that definitely needs a strip and clean, so I will be definitely doing that at some point. And yeah, so a couple of bits coming up for sale. I've got a bit of a bug for painting tanks, so you're probably going to see a lot of tank painting coming up soon. So what I did on the Siege Studio course was a Salamander's tank, and it came out a lot better than I ever thought it would. Green has always been one of those colours, other than Tesseract. Green's been one of those colours where I've always been a bit afraid of painting it, but obviously this one has come out fantastic. I still need to do the underneath, which would be my Typhus Corrosion mix. And then we have a fully painted Stalker for I was going to say, why was I going to say the Red Scorpions? Yeah, but we also did the 30k squad as well in exactly the same painting setup. And again, learning so much from. Is that? Can you see that? I need to get the close-up camera and everything working, don't I? If I spend a day sorting all that out next week and get these streams somewhere back to where they used to be, and then obviously there's loads of shading that I'd love to show you, but why is that not? There you go. So yeah, a lot of it was done with the airbrush. Understanding the light effects and stuff like that. Ooh, really helped. And yeah, so I picked up a lot of information. Thank you, Ulfric. Yeah, we're going to put a lot more into doing some tanks. So this is one of my friend's files. Zoe does 3D prints, and she's got the license to print Lauren's stuff. So this is one of the tanks that I'm going to want to be painting. This is fairly hefty resin. So Lauren's just posted another one today that I'm like, tank. I like tank. But yeah, not sure on the colours yet. I don't. Yeah, I'm not. What I might do is actually do some work and get the base coats down, the primer down on it, and the primer down on. I've got a end to paint, end to paint. So the end, the tank, as he calls it, sad tank, and what we're going to work on tonight. Once I find the message. So, I can't remember how to get. I painted all weekend. I painted Tonk. I like painting Tonk. Look. Fully Tonk paint. These will be back down the shop from tomorrow if people want to have a look at them. And also, with everyone asking questions all of a sudden about airbrushing, I'm going to hopefully try to get a mini airbrush course sorted out so I can start going through airbrushing with people. So tonight, painting, Ash, painting. Yeah. I'm going to paint. I think that's the Gargant. Gargant or Gargant. From Battletech. I'll do a paint. The Loki. Loki or Gargant. I don't have the one in the picture. I'm just looking. Well, I've got two Gargants. If Eugene was here, you would be telling me the insides. Oh, I do have that one. So, I'm holding it up to the picture. That is actually the... This, however, has probably already got paint on to the degree that I really don't want to go too much more. Let's have a look. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? It gets dropped in some cleaners to be cleaned off. I'll just double check I don't have another one of these ready to go that isn't. No, got another Loki. The bronze one. We'll go with that. Yeah, that is my train of thought. So, the colours that I'm wanting to do, can I... Let's see if I can do something on the fly. Add a source. Image. Add source. New source. Yeah, beautiful. Image one. Browse. New folder. Let's see. Can everyone see that? Is that coming up okay? So that is the colour scheme we're after, which is basically a blue colour scheme, but wanting to add a bit to it. So, let me have a look. So the final colour is probably going to be... is that the mid-tone? I'm going to go with mid-tone. Mid-tone. Blue for a base. I don't have a blue for a base. I'm thinking sky blue for the final. For the highlight. Dark Prussian blue? Let's go with dark Prussian blue, I guess. Right. A little bit of airbrush thinner. An old brush. And some... oh yeah, that'll work. So I'll drop some paint into the beaker. And into the mix we go. As this is going over the silver as well, I could do with a good consistency to do good coverage. Hey, Chewy. Yeah, that's good. Good. So, let's christen the new airbrush. There's no point in being scared of them. I see you're internet famous now, Mr. Chewy. That could be quite soon, mate. We have some work coming in that requires MCP to be painted. I'm going to start getting back into doing, like, pick a miniature, do a miniature on a night stream. Especially now. Especially with the new bits that I've learned from the airbrushing. I can make 50. He was trying to say I'm a big guy. Yeah. Oh, is this transparent? Please don't be transparent. No, just dark Prussian blue. This is just to get a concept down. If this concept works, then we might end up going with GW colours. I just want to see if it works. Yeah, could do. This weekend, tasty. this weekend definitely got my interest in painting back. Anyone interested in the course, I can't recommend it enough. It was 180 pounds for the 2-day course. Worth every penny. What have I got plugged in that needs to be disconnected so I can put my hairdryer in? I think I do, but we could have a talk about it. I don't know. Let me just do this. Give me what do you want in the paint set? Why a specific airbrush one? So base coat down. Or the first coat down, should I say? Any paint can be an airbrush paint, Chewy. So again, this is what we're being asked quite a lot about the airbrushing and stuff like that. That paint that I've just put down there, great coverage, not a problem on it. Covered the silver very nicely. And that is just model color dark Prussian blue. Prussian blue. I'll put that one side down. You can turn any. Yeah, you can turn any paint into a airbrush paint. Now, part of the stuff we were told was people who create specific airbrush paints are doing really well, because what they're selling you is less paint and more airbrush thinner in a pot. So just being able to understand and convert any paint. So look, the next paint I'm going to be using is Procryl Sky Blue. No, it's not. I'm doing that the wrong way around. Procryl Blue. Which one of these is cracked? That one. Some inexpensive shot glasses. I don't think I own actually that much actual air paint, unless it's been a specific colour. So this is the airbrush thinner that I'm using. It's the Vallejo one. It's 71161. It seems to we've got loads of paint scheme sets in. Hey Mark, how are you doing? Again, they don't necessarily need to be airbrush sets, but there's quite a few various sets from Vallejo that we've got in at the moment. Is that too thick? Yeah, a little bit. So part of my plan is the course we run and the stuff that we learn was the basics of getting an army painted. A good quality as quickly as possible. I want to take some of that and marry it up with some of what I've been doing on the streams during lockdown. Got the pressure off. Everything needs to be... So I didn't get far off it with my tank. It is quite bright, but salamanders with moot green. Again, this was all... The 3 layers in this were... 3 layers were 3 different GW paints. Just thinned down again, same Vallejo thinner. I used Caliban green as the shadow colour, which is the basic one. Warpstone glow as the next one, and then moot green over the top. We got asked to take a specific Vallejo colour, which I had to buy while I was down there. Couldn't understand why we needed it. And it was ice yellow. Didn't understand at first, but then when I was doing the edge highlights, you added that to your highest highlight colour, and that gave you a really good edge highlight option. Really, really good. Really good. So, yeah. I think that's... Yeah, that's good. So, I've gone with the finer airbrush this time. So that's a 0.4. This is a 0.15. Again, I should have... Yeah, I didn't know about it till now. So I learnt so much about the airbrush over the weekend, even though I've been painting with the airbrush for... ...5 or 6 years. Obviously, until you do something like a course with someone that's done it for 20 years, there's still a lot out there to learn. the course I did was mainly just army painting. It wasn't an airbrushing course. We had to have basic airbrushing skills already when we went on the course. So, it's coming a bit closer to the blue. That's the mid-tone done. So as you can see, it's... we can discuss that in the shop, Craig. Yeah. Everyone's a wombling. Where is airbrush cleaner? Airbrush cleaner. Here's a question. Towards Chewy as well. Craig, Chewy, probably Ash. Ash actually asked course. So, Ash, if you're still there, I've just choked on airbrush cleaner. Did you mean what course have I been on? Or what course do I want to run? Both totally different. I'm wanting to run. We've had a lot of people who would like to do something like the course that me and Zoe did, but haven't used airbrushes enough in their thoughts to do anything like that. So some people are wanting to do a basic airbrushing course. My idea is having an airbrush course in the shop where people bring their airbrush, bring some lighting, very much similar to what we did, but it will just be airbrushing. It'll just be getting the paints right, showing what the airbrush can do, how to use the airbrush, best practices, what I do. But obviously, there's a few things that we're looking at taking into consideration. When to do it, because obviously our weekends are heaving at the moment. Do we wait for the upstairs to go in, or do we do it on a weekday? So might not appeal to everyone to get it on a weekday, but the weekdays tend to be quiet in the shop. We still have people in most days, but the people that are wanting to do this, I think a lot of them are in a position to do a day course themselves at some point. And that would be provisional that we're not having building work done. Reduce that down a bit. So I'm trying to get the bigger bits where the sun's going to catch. Keeping in some of the shadow. I think, where are we? We are a bit too dark. So what I'm going to do is push this over the mid-tone. Which has brought it back a bit. Still from underneath it's dark blue, which is look down on it, there's and pull that back into that. Get paint all over my airbrush. Well done. Quick clean out. And then so this might be a bit dark, but again, it is just a tester and it is just to see how it all works together. What I am going to do now is swap back to the quickly throw some cleaner in it once I find my airbrush cleaner again. Let's do with that. Let's the water. That's primer. Definitely don't want. Oh, it's right there in front of me. It is that. So what I am going to do now is quickly hair dry it, make sure it's all dry. Oh, that's a bit strong. I'm going to switch to my Eclipse. And in my Eclipse, I am going to put some, hey mate. So, bit of airbrush thinner, and one of the game changers from the weekend, polyurethane varnish gloss. Quick mix in the cup. I might have got a tint of blue in that, but I don't think it really matters that much. So yeah, we've got the two coats down. Sorry, the 3 coats down. What I'm going to do now is seal them in. Yes, they do, mate. I'll grab the first one I can get. There's a bronze. Jet de bronze. What are you wanting, colour-wise? An almost white silver. Ooh. I don't think they have metallic medium, which is clear metallic, which you can add any colour to you want. Yeah, they do a silver. Metallic silver, which is quite bright. They do that. Metallic medium, metallic medium that changes any colour to a metallic. White golds, dark silvers, copper. I'm still hooked on the Vallejo stuff. I've used the Vallejo stuff all weekend, and I've just reordered the chrome in, which very little left in my pot, which is that. I can actually, what is? Where did my glass thing go? Yes. So the brightest metallic that I've dealt with is probably the chrome from these. What have I got? Where's my where's Testy McTesterson? There he is. We've done this before. This is the silver straight over other paint. It was Snowy that put me onto this stuff. And I use it on everything now. I've got the full set, so various different ones. Yeah, I've got the aluminium as well, but the chrome probably is the brightest. Yeah, that's really sorry. I should off on a tangent as usual. Hairdryer, and that's the airbrush for now. Anyway. Hairbrush and hairdryer. So I've got a test one. Yeah, that was something else. Elements changed. So the stock upstairs is no longer connected to the warehouse. They have split it. So the shop itself has stock in that the shop doesn't, and vice versa. I asked for some noosh. And on a Saturday and Sunday, their staff will no longer go to the warehouse and get stuff if you ask them. To be honest, where the warehouse used to be, something else is there now. And I have a feeling they've moved it off-site. Maybe it's to a bigger area or something. But yeah, it went there. But when I was asking, because I'm dying to get my hands on that noosh, see what it does, work it, try it. But I can't find anywhere with stock at the moment. Yeah. Keep an eye on Games Workshop. Sometimes they're getting stock back in on the website that we don't get to see. And GW have some really strange deliveries at the moment. What was the we got all of this weekend's pre-orders last Tuesday. All the stuff that went up for pre-order, we already had it in, which is absolutely bonkers and really good because we didn't have to have a guess. We knew what we had because we had physically had it in our hands. The Old World Army books, all out of stock still. Nope, still all out of stock. Did pre-order Tiny Tanks. Oh. Right. So, this is part of what I wanted to try. Obviously, we're now locked in with those colours. And what I want to know is, will this work like... So, if you look at this in the basic scheme of things, this is actually zenithal highlighting, but using all of the colours. That makes sense. So, if I now then go to an all-over body wash and see... where's my old... That's my old one. Again, this is just as trying stuff. The gloss varnish should aid in the flow. But then what I want to do is to take away a lot of the pooling myself. I can't see because I've got the wrong glasses on. And then work out, do I need to take it to the next level of the next stage to wash it back down to this level? Is this just that little bit too much? Or again, do I need a different wash? The gloss overall should really help it flow. And again, I'd like to add Noosh into this mix, that's because it slows down the drying time, and then you can go back in and quickly whiz over it, and get extra time, like cleaning off panels, making sure some of the panels have enough in to actually stain it. I think this is too dark compared to what's up there. What was a tester? Again, keeping it all pretty wet. Let's try Noosh without Noosh. And then just get a cloth. No. Well, that definitely doesn't work. guessing I didn't leave it long enough. Hmm. It does leave an interesting. Right, where's the hairdryer? That I want to lock in. So since I've managed to kill it, I want to try battle damage. So this is Typhus Corrosion. I'm hoping it is not rock hard in that. It's got some battle scars on it. The good thing is where this paint has rubbed off, has given some areas of where would get damaged because it's been caught obviously by the cloth. The raised areas look like authentic battle damage. So we cover the bits that are rubbed off with Typhus Corrosion and then let it go properly hard. Yeah. So you can still see the metal through it. But you're going to get I should be able to now put the air dryer back on. And if I can find it. Is the dirty down rust. And again, I'm going to need the dryer. A good shake up. Is that right? Where did I put that brush? Some art on the palette. So this stuff, you just dab it on and a quick hair dry. You don't have to cover all of the typhus corrosion because the typhus corrosion is a dark version of this, so you don't need to do a full coverage of everywhere you've done if you're just dabbing it and building patches and making it rust like, especially over the silver bits that you've got exposed. It works really well, and if you can keep heat on it, then you get the corrosion. right to the top there. It's gone very dark and gritty. Compared to where we wanted him. There we go. So that takes a bit to dry. But if we hit it with some, thinking dark green, I could use the warp stone since it's here and see what it goes on like. I actually think that's the right green for it as well. Just the blue is quite washed out. Quite dark. Mm-hmm. It's definitely an interpretation of what that one on the screen is. A lot older, a lot more battle scarred. Again, I've got this paint pretty thin, so it's covering, but it's not like making a thick coat as if it was brand new paint. I'm letting some of the blue still show through, so it looks as though it's worn, and the green was the paint on afterwards, so the blue's showing through the green. Definitely where it's rusty and stuff like that. quite like that as a colour scheme. Hey Zoe. The first test of Eugene's colour scheme didn't work. I got it too dark. But could do with finding out what blue that actually is. I think I found the green though. The green is Warpstone Glow. Slightly different on there, but so obviously to finish it off in the same scheme as we've been doing. A bit of oh, that can go in the bin. That milk green was rock solid. Right. And a very, very thin line on the top of each one of the panels. Just as a bit of a highlight. This is a little bit too thin to do what I want to do, but Hmm. Let's have a look under normal eyes. The rust's gone shiny, which I don't normally like. So it could do with all of the silver parts and that sort of stuff. Painting in. Probably go for magnesium with a null wash afterwards. But I think we need to look at different colours, Zoe. Need to find out what that final colour is. I don't think we hit it with that one. That's... So, what else have we got to do? I think I might actually call it there for the evening without starting something like the tank. I don't want to go rushing into the tank, and I want to make up some. I want to actually make a full pot of black primer. Which I think is about that. And the idea is that gets blocked straight away. Amazing. Is that just not thick enough? I don't think that's wide enough. no. Let's have a look at how consistency this is before I disappear. Yeah. Cool. So, a bit of a mess for the night. Looks not like that on the picture, though. So, I'm going to call it that. There we go. That's gone. It's not far off it once you get... Oh, is that... There we go. Now you can see him. Yeah. Cool. Having a play with the bottleneck. So I shall be back next week. Don't see why you shouldn't be. I'm probably going to start on the big tank. Start going through that. If Zoe hasn't printed the other one out for me by then, that Lauren has just created, which would be nice. Hint, hint, Zoe, if you're there. If not, I'll see you down the shop. If I don't see you down the shop, I shall see you next week on here. Catch you all later.